Okay, resuming the record, and it'll be a mystery to see what turns up in the recording. But here we are. Okay, so sorry about that. Let's go back to the first side again, Marichyasana. So you start in Dandasana. Bring the right foot up close. Get that nice upright torso, open chest. Left hand on the knee, right hand goes behind, or again, if you can do so without distortion, you can cross that left elbow over the right knee. And then we inhale, lift, open the chest. Exhale, twist to the right. Keep that left leg extended straight. Again, you may find that you can lift and extend the spine on the inhale and amplify the twist on the exhale. And then release, come back to your Dandasana. And bring the left foot in close. Get that upright torso. Left hand goes behind. Right hand, inhale, lift, open the chest. Exhale, twist left. Doing all kinds of little pops in my spine. I guess I haven't been doing this enough. Okay, back to neutral, Dandasana. Take a few breaths. And then we'll bring the right foot up again. Now, actually, for this, you may want to have a belt handy. May or may not. And we'll do the second version here of Marichyasana. So you start in Dandasana, you bring the right foot up, you get that nice lift and openness in the chest. And now we're going to come forward between sort of inside your right knee and thigh. Now here I can reach to my foot. If you can't, then you can use a belt. It's fine. Or you could just hold on to your calf or thigh, wherever you need to. But in any case, we're going to go ahead and get that, get a hold of something. Inhale, lift, open the chest, and then exhale, come forward, extending the torso forward, and then into a forward bend, allowing your head and neck to release toward your knee or shin. And then inhale, come back up. Dandasana. And then bring the left foot up in close. Again, get that nice upright torso. Bring the left arm inside that right knee. And then either using your belt or extending up. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. Again, using the belt is fine. And then exhale into the forward bend. And then inhale and come up. Back to Dandasana. Just watch for a moment. I'm going to show a version of this pose that probably none of you can do, but some may. And it's worth taking a look at and taking a shot at some point. So just watch though. So start with the same beginning position. Now I'm going to put my right hand on the floor for stability. I'm going to take my left hand, fully extend up, and I'm kind of, getting myself out of the way of my leg. And then I'm going to come forward as if I'm going to do the forward bend, but instead, I'm going to reach around behind. This is a version I think most people will be able to do. And then I'm going to catch my right wrist behind and then forward bend. So let's do this one first, and then I'll show you the more difficult one. So let's start in Dandasana. Bring that right foot up. Again, feel free to use a belt for any of this that you wish. And let's go ahead and come inside the right knee. Lift the chest, open the chest, and then extend forward as far as you can. The knee, then reach around the outside of the right knee and put the back of your right hand on your back. Then your left hand goes behind, and you use your right hand to catch your left wrist. Then you look forward, inhale, exhale, forward bend. And then inhale, and come up, back to Dandasana. Then we'll go to the second side, bring that left foot up, lift open the chest, it stabilizes your right hand on the floor. The left hand comes forward and then goes, wraps around the outside of the left leg. Catch the right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, forward bend. And then inhale and come up and come back to Dandasana. And now I'm going to demonstrate that more challenging thing, and then you can take a look at it, and then we'll see what happens. So here, I'm going to bring my left leg up, my left hand on the floor behind. I make some space, lift and open the chest, and then I'm going to bring my right hand to the outside of my left leg, and then twist my right arm in an odd way, and then I can reach around and interlace my fingers, like so. Okay, let me show it to the other side, which is a little easier side for me. So, starting that base position for Marichasana, I twist to the right, take my left hand around, get as much of my arm in front as I can, and then catch like so. So yeah, much better on this side. And then I'm twisting to the right. So that's the idea. So just give it a try and see how it feels. You'll at least kind of gauge how it feels. The hard part is twisting your arm in a kind of unnatural way. So don't jack up your elbow. So we'll start this way with the right foot brought in. Right hand on the floor behind you. Make some space, lengthen the torso, and bring that left arm over past the right thigh. And then you extend your arm forward. Then you turn the arm in that odd sort of way and catch. Then you twist to the right. It's a tough one. It helps to be kind of skinny and have long arms. What I find most people have a hard time with is being able to get the arm to rotate the wrong way. Okay, come back to Dandasana. Now, you can watch me struggle with this just as everyone else does on this side, from the other side. So here the left hand is behind with the left knee bent. Here we're going to take that right arm, and we want to get as far out as you can. That will help. And then you turn, and you bring that right arm back, you catch, you lift open this torso, and you twist left. Second time through, it's easier. Okay, that's good. Come back to Dandasana. All right. The next one will be a piece of cake. So this next one, I'm going to do away with my cushioning for this. For this one, it's another version of Marichiasana. Well, no, it's going to be a little different. This is going to be uh, Janu Shirshasana. So revolved, Paravritta Janu Shirshasana. So just watch. I'm going to do it to my left side first so that the camera will pick it up better. So as you know, with Janu Shirshasana here, the right leg is straight, the left knee is bent. And actually, this is the side you're supposed to start with Janu Shirshasana anyway. And then I'm going to square up my hips and shoulders facing forward. I'm going to bring my arms up. Inhale, exhale, Janu Shirshasana. Just the normal thing. Then I'm going to take my left hand out to the side. I'm going to take my right hand and really extend and turn the palm up. Catch the big toe mound. Take my elbow to the floor. It can be over on your shin if you wish. And then I'm going to take the big swimmer stroke over to the little toe edge of my foot and then turn and look up at the ceiling. So that's the idea. So starting down, start with Dandasana. Bring the left leg up into Janu Shirshasana position where the foot is against but not under the thigh. Hands on the floor, lift the torso, open the chest, turn to the right to square up toward that right foot. Then bring the arms up, inhale, and then exhale, come forward. Catch hold of your foot or your calf or use a belt. With an exhale, fold into the forward bend for just a moment. Then left hand out to the side. Really extend that right hand arm forward as far as you can. Then turn the palm up. Then catch the big toe mound with your hand and take your elbow down, either to the floor or your shin. And then you take your left hand back in a big swimmer stroke, and you either put it on the back of your head or you catch the little toe edge of your foot. And in either case, then you twist and you look up at the ceiling. All right, unwind, come back to staff pose, Dandasana. Then we'll go to the second side, bring the right foot up. Get that nice lifted, open torso. Bring the arms up, inhale. I'm sorry, guiding you the wrong way. Come back to Dandasana. Take the foot into Janu Shirshasana position. So the right foot is against the left thigh. Torso lifts, chest open. Bring the arms up or use the belt. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. Catch hold either of the belt, the foot, or the leg. And with an exhale, fold into the forward bend, Janu Shirshasana. Take a few breaths. And then with your right hand on the floor, really extend the left hand and arm. Turn the palm up, catch the big toe mound, take the elbow to the floor or some other position. Big swimmer stroke, catch the little toe edge of your foot or the back of your head, and then twist and look up at the ceiling. All right, go ahead and come around, unwind from that. And let's go right into downward facing dog. Kind of get out of that twisty mode for a moment and take a nice extended downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Okay, and then walk yourself into a standing forward bend. And then inhale and come up. Come to Tadasana, standing pose, mountain pose. So as we talked about, I think last week, want to have the soles of the feet open, long and wide, getting as much of the surface of the sole of the feet open and onto the floor as you can. Tighten the kneecaps into the thighs, lift the torso, open the chest. So now, do the action, which is an action, not a movement. So your feet don't move, moving your feet away from each other. So they stay in place, but you move as if you're acting as if you're separating them. So this really engages the outer thighs and hips. Lift the front pelvic bones, take the tailbone in, the pubic bone back. Lift the torso up, take the floating ribs back, skin muscles of the buttocks down, torso lifts, chest open. Let's go with hands on hips, elbows reach back toward each other. And then take your hands to the side. And from here, we'll go right into Vrikshasana, tree pose. So you're going to take your right foot up against the left thigh, inner left thigh, and bring your palms together into Namaskar. And then if you can, you bring your arms overhead. And then back to Namaskar. Back to Tadasana. Re-engage that separating of the feet without moving them. You want to keep that feel through the whole pose. Bring that left thigh up. Okay, I'm sorry, left foot up against the right thigh. Palms together in Namaskar at your chest. Can help to stare at an unmoving spot or object across the room from you. Keep your gaze steady, and then bring your arms up overhead. Tree pose, Vrikshasana. Back to Namaskar. Back to Tadasana. One more time each side on Vrikshasana. Tree pose. Put your nice upright Tadasana, mountain pose. Bring that right foot up against the left thigh. Palms together in Namaskar. Back to Namaskar. Back to Tadasana. Left foot up against right thigh. Namaskar. Vrikshasana. And back to Namaskar and Tadasana. Okay, so I want to do one time, I want to do Trikonasana, triangle pose. So if you want to use blocks or a height, go ahead and get those. But in any case, we're going to start in Tadasana. Bring the fingertips up to touch. And then either step or jump your feet and arms apart. Turn your right foot out, your left foot in. Keep that torso lifting, chest open. Inhale, exhale, Utthita Trikonasana. Triangle pose. Inhale and come up. Turn the feet to the left. Left foot all the way out, right foot turned in just a bit. Inhale, exhale, Utthita Trikonasana. Quite a bit of tightness on this left side today, so I'm not going to go any further than is appropriate. And then inhale and come up. Turn your feet and bring the feet, arms back together. Now, if you have a chair, go ahead and grab it. And we'll do revolved triangle pose. So, position your chair at the front of your mat and you stand in Tadasana at the back of your mat. Again, nice upright posture. Turn the left foot out. Big step with the right foot. Square up the hips and shoulders facing forward. Inhale. Exhale, come forward and take your left forearm to the chair and your right arm up toward the ceiling. Revolved triangle pose, Parivrtta Trikonasana. And then inhale and come up. Come back to your Tadasana at the back of your mat. Square up, facing forward. Nice upright, open Tadasana. Turn the right foot out slightly. Big step forward with the left foot. Square up the hips and shoulders, facing forward. Inhale. Exhale, come forward with the right forearm on the chair. And then the left arm rotates up toward the ceiling. Revolved triangle pose, Parivrtta Trikonasana. And this from there, inhale, come up. Turn, come back to the back of your mat. We'll do it one more time to each side. Start in your Tadasana. Turn the left foot out. Big step with the right foot. Square up the hips and shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, come forward, left forearm to the chair, and then extend, rotating up into revolved triangle. I like doing it with a chair like this because it allows you to maintain form. If we go into the full pose, which we'll do another week, start losing form because you're struggling with the balance, the twist, the extensions. Here, some of that's under control and you're supported with the chair so you can focus on keeping the lower body really extended, legs straight, and then a really nice independent rotation of the torso. Okay, inhale, unwind that, go back to your Tadasana. Turn the right foot out, big step with the left foot, square up the hips and shoulders. Inhale, lift the chest, open the chest, exhale, come forward, forearm to the chair, and then rotate into the pose. Parivrtta Trikonasana. Right. Inhale, come up, unwind. Now, this next pose is really effectively done with a chair against the wall. So if you don't have, this is familiar to everybody, I think it's Marichyasana, same thing we did seated a moment ago, but now using chair and wall. If you don't have a wall, it's fine. But I'm going to demonstrate with the wall and then I'll show without. In any case, you've got your chair and you're standing in front of your chair, and I have my right shoulder against the wall. I'm in Tadasana. And then I'm going to put my right foot up on the chair, and then I'm going to adjust so that I can get my right hip to the wall. And I have my knee over my ankle. And then I'm going to turn to the right, and everybody who has a chair or a wall can do this now. And then I do the same thing we did with Bhajasan. I use the wall to help me twist. So for those who don't have a wall, it's no big deal. You just don't have a wall. So you do the exact same thing, only here you might put your left hand on your right knee and your left hand your right hand kind of behind you so that you can stabilize and twist in this way. So it works fine. It's still the same pose. All right, release, come around. We'll go to the second side. If you're using a wall, you have to move your chair. In any case, we start in Tadasana. Take that left foot up. Get that left hip against the wall if you have one. Make sure that the right foot here stays in Tadasana mode. It's still pointing straight forward. The hip right over the ankle. So you don't want to lose that form. And you want your left knee over your left ankle. And then you turn to the left, hands on the wall if you've got a wall, and then you twist to the left. Keep that standing leg in standing leg form. Kneecap firm into the thigh. Again, the advantage to using the wall here, just as in the Bhujangasana earlier, is that it holds your lower body in place. It kind of locks your lower body in place so that then when you turn, you're not shifting your hips. You're turning your torso. Okay, and then release, Tadasana. We'll go back one more time to each side. Tadasana, right foot up, turn to the right, inhale, lift, open the chest, exhale, twist to the right. Back to Tadasana, and then to the second side. Tadasana, left foot up onto the chair, turn to the left, inhale, lift, open the chest, exhale, twist left. And release. Come back to facing the chair, and we'll do a standing forward bend. Uttanasana. So have the feet a little bit apart, upright torso, upright posture. Inhale, exhale, forward bend. Head and neck release. And then with an inhale, come back up. All right. So we're going to go back to the floor. We'll do a couple of things and then we'll go right into Shavasana. So I'm going to move my mat a little ways away from the wall here so I can do this. We're going to stretch out a blanket for comfort. If you have two bolsters, you can use them, one to either side. And then a blanket to go under your head, some kind of pillow under your head. So once you have what you've got available to you, then you lie down in Supta Tadasana, supine mountain pose. Okay, and then bring both knees up into the chest. Hug your knees into your chest. Move the sit bones toward the floor. Not aggressively, but we want to keep the low back on the floor, as opposed to letting it roll up. You don't want your low back to roll up off the floor. So keep the lumbar spine and at least some of the sacrum on the floor. Now take your right hand on the outside of your left knee and your left hand out to the side. Keep the knees up into the chest. Keep both shoulder blades on the floor. And then take the knees and feet over to the right side onto a support. Here, as you see, I have a bolster. So it's not a full pose, not a big twist. We're heading towards Shavasana, so we want to drop the amplification down a few notches. And after all that more intense twisting, it actually feels pretty good, and you can just kind of release into this comfortable twist. And then come back up to center and hug the knees into the chest for a moment. Then we switch, we take the left hand outside the right knee, right hand off to the side, and then keeping both shoulder blades on the floor, bring the knees and feet over onto your bolster for some height. You can do it onto the floor if you wish. The idea is to have this be less than a maximum twist. and then back up to center. Once again, hug the knees into your chest. Maybe rock back and forth a little bit. Maybe even make little circles with the low back on the floor. See what brings some release and comfort into the low back. If you rotate, then be sure to rotate in the opposite direction as well. And then keeping the knees bent, put the feet on the floor. Just begin to let things release, soften, settle into the floor. Soften the abdomen, let the internal organs there release toward the floor. And then when you feel ready, go ahead and extend your legs out onto the floor. Let the feet and legs fall out away from each other. Find any little areas of catch or asymmetry or where you feel out of balance. Make any little micro adjustments you may need. And then just let the weight of your legs and feet fall off into the floor. Let your pelvis, your hips release into the floor. Soften the abdomen. Let everything release down to the floor. Soften the chest. Soften right down through to the shoulder blades, the shoulders. Let the arms and hands release onto the floor. And have either your hands on the floor, palms up, or hands on your chest, palms down. Soften the neck and throat. Let the weight of your head release into the floor. Soften the jaw, the tongue, the mouth, even the teeth can be softened. Soften and quiet the space of the inner ear. Soften the skin and muscles of the face and scalp. Let the eyes settle down in toward the floor. And again, let the weight of the head release. Soften the jaw, soften the neck. Just release into the floor. Breathe quietly in and out the nose. All right, then take a few slightly deeper breaths, bring awareness back to fingers and toes. Let your eyes open. Bend your knees and roll to your side. Take a few more breaths, curled up. And then use a little arm strength to gently push to a seated posture. All right, sorry about all those little technical glitches. Who knows what we'll get on the recordings, but in any case, thanks for coming and namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah.
Good night.
That's good.